Good morning, everyone. And it's my honor and a pleasure to give this presentation. Well, I always feel bad when you make presentation in front of lunch, but I think from all the guests and from overseas, you need to know one Chinese old saying, if the lunch is good, it never be too late. I hope it's a good lunch, so wouldn't blame me. Well, the theme of this Congress is about green, safe, and also sustainable. I think this morning all of you have heard too much about the green. And yeah, it will be great if it's green, but what happened if it's not safer? Then no matter how green you are, I don't think the customer will like it. So I will be spending more time talking about the safer technology. Well, you may say, well, we are safer, that's why we worry more about green. And I will tell you, we are safer too, but the customers don't really believe, we as local brands can produce safer vehicles. That's why I want to focus more on safer technology development effort as one of the Chinese OEM to tell all of you, we do work hard. We care about technology, we care about the customers, and to clarify some of you confusion, you think all the local brands, do all the copycats, you don't work hard on technology development. That's not the case. And the safety technology development, to my understanding, is far more important to local brands than the foreign brands, because as the moderator, Ms. Chen has said, the Chinese customers or the customer they may feel, well, the local brands, because you have a much shorter experience in the business, then you may have quality issues. That's certainly the case, which happened during the last 10, 15 years. But we are making progress. But still, the customers worry about it. That's one of the barriers preventing our brand image being boosted up to deliver more profit margin for a business like Geely. And so today, my title will be Safety, an Indicator of Product Quality for Chinese local brands. And I want to tell you the story as a local OEM and how we are working on technology development given the complexity of safety technology development. I have to apologize to my Chinese friends. I will be speaking English to show my respect for those of you who spend a lot more money on traveling, flying to China. I want to gain more to tell your colleagues back, Chinese companies are working harder to be competing with all of you, and then we share the big pie of Chinese market, including the world market. And I will cover the following 4 parts. And first, I want to share with you my understanding about the importance of safety technology development. Well, you may say, of course it's important, but how important? What does that mean? I want to say more about it. Then I want to share with you how we, as a local OEM, working harder to develop a team which can accumulate all the know-hows to guarantee we can produce more safer and competitive vehicles. And then at the end of the day, if you are chicken and, well, you have to produce eggs and you have to have results. I want to show what kind of progress we have made. And, well, first I want to share with you and about my understanding about this market. And during the last 15 years, as Mr. Zhang Xiaoyu pointed out, we saw a rapid growth for this market. That's why we can see such a big gathering of all the world top engineers, scientists coming here to talk about the technology and through this FISITA Congress. This is the first. I've been attending many of these FISITA through my career, but all because I was working outside China. But this is the first time in China. And this year, we are expecting 19 million. To a lot of you, you are disappointing. Why not 21 or 22? But to me, that's just plus minus 10%. If you can do a prediction about stock market plus minus 10%, you're doing a good job. So I'm very positive about the continuous or sustainable growth of this market because 15 billion, 1.5 billion Chinese people, they are human beings, they have the human rights, they deserve better quality of life, then transportation improvement is one indicator for their improvement of their life. So I try to say something about my prediction, don't cite too much, and make all of you excited. I think by 2020, this market has a greater potential to grow to 30 million. Then China-produced vehicles, we are going to see more being produced, built here, than being sold outside China. That will be probably another 10 million. This year, we are already seeing nearly 1 million Chinese-built local brands being sold outside China. So I'm seeing more global players. They are building cars in China and sold that vehicles outside China. So my very positive, or maybe very conservative, I did do some very simple math calculations through my elementary compounding theory. That will be 40 million from today's 20 million. So be positive. Well, it's a great market, but put a lot of pressure on Chinese local brands because, to my understanding, this is the most severe competitive market in the world. You may say US market is very competitive, where I spent 11 years there, but you didn't see any of the Chinese brands are competing with General Motors, Ford, or Chrysler yet. Even some of the European brands, they are doing very well in China. They are still climbing the competitive curve there. So to me, this is the most difficult market, even though the pie is getting bigger, growing every day. In such a competitive environment, I think for local brands, we have good reason we want to be successful, but we have a hard reason to be successful because the short time of our history. Brand means too much to Chinese. That's a big advantage to the global player, but that's a big disadvantage for local brands like Geely. Through what? Better technology, especially from better quality. To my understanding, safety is a very important indicator for quality improvement. So a lot of my friends keep asking me, are you guys' car safer? They never ask me, are you guys' car greener? Probably they care more about they don't want to buy a car, then tomorrow they're going to really see the God first. So that's something they don't want to see that. So to us, or to me, safety is very, very critical. But safety is the most complex technology. It's different from engine, different from transmission. It's a combination of many pieces of technology to show end results, your car is safer. To a local brand, we are seeing another challenge is not only the technology complexity, but also the cost limitation. We are building a car selling only 50,000 RMB. We still have to meet a 5-star to compete with the car which also seeing a 5-star, but their retail price is double or even trigger in the market. That's really the unfair game we have to face, but we have to do it. We have no choices. Well, all the car company knows safety is very important. Why? Because customer care it. Because customer cares, that's why regulators or the government officials, they care about it too. So to put up very stringent regulations and to do a very good indication about the car safety rating, then the NCAP is very popular around the world. China, CARTAC started to adopt this NCAP, or called CNCAP, starting the end of 2006. It began put a lot of pressure on the local brands like Geely and make all the foreign brands cheer up because they feel now they have a good reason to tell customers they are better and we are bad. But in the reality, give us a good opportunity, which I will show you later, we can be better too. And then we thanks the CARTAC, put a CNCAP, and to tell the whole world the local brands can do a great job with third-party evaluation. But we all know safety is very difficult, not to mention the passive. Even the active is not that easy either. It covers about all kinds of elements of the car. I always say, we never have a safe component. You can only have a safe car. But a safe car always comes from a combination of many safe components. And it requires the development of each component, but also relies on a good integration of a system. Especially for local brands, when cost comes into the factor. For the foreign brands, you always talk about 6, 7 airbags. I'm struggling even adding another airbag to the car. That's the life we are dealing every day. So the question will be, does or can a local brand have opportunity to develop a safety technology with a cost under control? Everybody will ask that question. So I will tell you, yes, we can. Well, what do we do? Well, our corporate mission or the slogan is build the safest car. Well, that's the first slogan. Everybody said, how can you do that? But my boss said, you have to do it, then we have to follow. Otherwise, you will be fired. Well, then we put our 3 product development strategy. The number 1 is safety first. That means every effort we want to put it, we put safety as our first choice. Well, many technologies are required to build a safer, cleaner, environmental friendly vehicle. But each company has its strengths and weakness, has its focus. You can't do everything greater, but you have to focus. So safety, it's our development focus. One of the 3. In 2009, in the Shanghai Auto Show, we first time told the world, we will build the safest car in China. And to guarantee the world, every car from us will be minimum C NCAP 4-star. 80% of the vehicles we are developing will be 5-star. At that time, everybody say, see, a satellite or a star is moving in the sky. Nobody believe it, but we have to do it. And that's for passive, C NCAP. And then for active, we want to adopt the most basic safety technology from active control side. We also want to develop Geely unique safety technology too. Well, then we built a very strong team. Right now, in our R&D center, we have roughly about 500 engineers directly or indirectly involved in the safety technology development. That's a level effort. We have 2,000 engineers. And then we build a world-class, well, we try to exaggerate. So at least it's China-class safety testing center. You will be surprised to hear, I will tell you, we are crashing a car every working day, more than 1 car, sometimes 2 cars. For some of those suppliers, you came to see us, most of the time you see it. And also very special thing is you can watch a car crashing test within 2 meters away from that spot. That's very unique from most of the testing centers you have seen. That can also be called world class, right? Or it is world first. It's the closest observation you can do in the world. It's a bulletproof, don't worry, you'll never be hurt. I did the test first for you. Well, we also develop our safety development, product development processes. I don't want to spend a lot of time to get into from the concept planning, design, verification, including quality control for supplier selection. And through the last 6 years, we accumulated a lot of our know-how. Even though the time is shorter, but we accumulate faster. So we build our database, and we create our know-how book, and also we spend a lot of time to evaluating our internal system to guarantee our car are safer than the others. And through many, many efforts, we are the first local brand who are build our safety brand called GTSM, Geely Total Safety Management. This is not one technology abbreviation. It's a system which guarantee a car is safer from the concept to production, even through the after-service process. So we try harder to guarantee we can develop a low-cost, high-tech system integration and also quality assurance. Now I want to give you a couple examples of how we did that. 4 years ago, we were able to achieve the first 5-star 800 segment, our Panda 5-star reading. And that's only 3.6 meters long. And you will be surprised, how can you get a 5-star? Then we did, through C NCAP evaluation. And through this mini car, I think one of the achievements is we maximize the space of the packaging to provide more space for the survivor. And in a very tough compartment. How we do that? For example, from the center of the steering wheel to the chest of the passenger, most of the common practice is 200 to 300 millimeter, but we can maximize that to 320. That's the longest distance in that segment. This is 800 segment is the only car so far still in the Chinese market in that segment. And also we try to optimize the collision energy wave distribution to guarantee the end of the day, minimum energy was penetrating to the passenger to guarantee a much better safety rating. For body development, everybody knows adding more high-strength steel, then you get a much better safety rating or even much lighter, vehicle weight. Well, we want to do that too, but that costs more money. And we can't, our profit margin will be reduced dramatically. I can't do that. So we really have to walk between lightweight, low cost, and also high safety rating. So that we put a lot of effort into it. So far, you will be surprised how can we really achieve many 5 stars, but we're only using high-strength steel around 35%. Compared to the global player, most of you are using roughly about 50 or even more that number. But to me, I want to use that, make my life easier. But the cost will go up dramatically. I can't afford doing that. But I still have to meet the same rating you guys are meeting, so by optimizing the structure. And also, even for tooling, because of material selections and because of structures, and require a rapid increase in the tooling too. How to work that? Tooling means cost too. Then I have to really choose a different manufacturing technology to guarantee I use better material, low cost material, and a different structure, but without increasing the tooling cost dramatically. For certain things, I try to use laser welding rather than hydroforming to bring the tooling cost down. And another example I want to show you is how can we really cope with the low cost, but still achieving much better results, to your surprise. As all of you know, in the urine cap, whiplash test is a request. It's a new one too. And China, XinCap is adopting that regulation and from the beginning of this year. But most OEMs are coping with that challenge through adjustable headrest. So how do I do that? Well, number one, when I first decided to do it, I have to talk to suppliers. Non-Chinese suppliers can do it. When I talk to the foreign supplier, they say, yes, I can do it, but it costs you a lot more money, and to the level I can't afford. So what do I do? Give up? Then I can't really get a urine cap high-level readings. So finally, we completely changed the design philosophy about whiplash through adjustable headrest. Because when you use adjustable headrest, simply you are treating the headrest separated from the seat. So I see the headrest as a part of the seat, see the whole thing as a completely system. So what I do is I try to optimize the headrest, the seats, in the different part of the seats as a one body to guarantee when you have whiplash testing and the energy distribution is guaranteeing you and the head or the neck wouldn't be damaged at all. Through this effort, we achieved one patent, and especially we achieved the urine NCAP test, 3.7. That's the highest one we were testing through the urine cap history. Is that amazing? I think so. Well, in the active safety technology, our cars are adopting ABS, EBD, and even including ESP as our common loadings. Also, we are developing our own Geely unique highway prevention, from when you have tire blowout, then you have rollover accident, we develop our own BMCS called tire blowout and monitoring and control system. Based on this system, we are expanding to our collision miniation system to guarantee our car will never get hit from the back or hitting the others when you are driving behind someone. So this technology, we already have prototype running, and our BMCS already in production 2 years ago. Well, without too much overdue. Otherwise, you will really blame me about your late lunch. And I want to show you the progress of our achievement. This is really the last 5 years, our roadmap for safety technology development for C-NCAP. 2006, that was the first time C-NCAP was adopted in China, and our free cruiser got a 2-star rating. And everybody was shocked. And everybody feel that's understandable because it's a local brand. So we really feel the pressure. And then 2 years later, 2018, our Vision got a 4-star. And that became the first local Chinese brand got that high-level rating. And why is 4-star? Because of time, because of the development depth, and also because of cost. Well, then, 2009, we got the Panda 45.3 points, and that's the first and still the only 5-star vehicle for 800 segment vehicles for all the brands being sold in China. And then 2010, our EC7 got 46.8. That's another record creation results. And then the end of last year, our EC8, that's our flagship vehicle, 2.4-liter, 5-meter long vehicle, and we got 49.6. And you know the full score is 50. So we are among the number 6 for all the vehicles being tested in China. So very encouraging. Just 3 months ago, and in the second semester for the C-NCAP evaluation, our newly launched SUV, GX7, got 50.3. That's 5-star plus. And among all the 172 vehicles being tested by C-NCAP in China, we are ranked number 4. This is really all the way the data I collected, my engineer collected for all the vehicles being tested by China Automotive Technology Research Center. It's the Cartac C-NCAP home station. It shows the horizontal axis is the wheelbase. It's the size of the vehicle. And then the vertical is the score, basically starting from 15 to 50. 50, you get a 5-star, the full results. Beyond 50, you get a 5-star plus. You're showing we started from 2-star, free cruiser, then we go to the Vision 4-star, then we got the first 5-star, the Panda Mini, and the vehicle, and then we get the first 46.8 for the EC7, then the EC8, nearly full score. Then finally, and 3 months ago, we got 50.3. That's the GX7, our first launched vehicle. Well, through this, we were able to accumulate a lot. We applied and are being approved for 427 patents. And also, we get many recognitions and for our efforts in safety. This is only for safety. Well, I think through my presentation, all of you, I hope, are convinced. I still need more effort to convince the customers. So Geely, we were able to demonstrate high tech for safety control with reasonable or well under controlled cost. So that's what I believe. So we all need to work together. I don't want to spend time to summarize. I think through my presentation, I hope you got a message, all my friends from overseas, and Chinese local brands are working hard. We know we have a lot to learn from you guys, but Chinese guys are very working hard. We're working 14 hours a day without any major problem, and you drink coffee, give us more time to catch you up. Thank you very much.